Hey, Bayek, it's me, Ian. And in today's video, I'm going to look at my collection of Doctor Who novels. Yes, now, this is not the Target ones, which I have shown you before. Some of them that I've got, I think it was the hardback ones. The paperback ones are up there somewhere, yeah, no, that I've got. But this is looking at original novels. Now, my collection isn't that big, and I haven't got any of the new adventures or the missing adventures, which were very groundbreaking novels written after Doctor Who had gone off the air in 1989. So there was a whole wilderness years, and they wrote quite a lot of these novels. Now, I've got these paperback ones I'm going to show you first. Now, these came after the TV, the Paul McGann TV movie. BBC started issuing some original novels, and this was one that I've got. This one is the second Doctor story, The Roundheads, written by Mark Gatiss, who we know as author, an actor in the series, great friend of the series. What can I say about him? That he's a great supporter of Doctor Who, always has been. This is also, for me personally, I don't want to go on too much, but The Roundheads is 17th century English Civil War period, which I absolutely love. It's something that I've always done in history, right from O levels, A levels to university. The English Civil War period, 17th century history, always been a great favourite of mine. So to see the Doctor in the Civil War is great. There was one of Peter Davison two-part adventures, which I think was set also in the Civil War. And also there's the Great Fire of London of 1666, which appears in a Peter Davison episode as well. So, yeah, that's 17th century. I'm just going off. Anyway, that's the first one I'm showing you. In the paperback ones I've got. So there's that one. Then we've got the third Doctor, Last of the Gadarene. Now this is in the Second World War. You see the Spitfire there. And there's the Doctor. These were great covers, weren't they? Yeah. Third Doctor, you can't go wrong, can you? Nay, they can't. Anyway, there he is. That's the third Doctor. Then I've got the eighth Doctor, two novels by him. Well, not by him, but, written by other people. Yes, that's how it goes. Anyhow, this one is called The Sleep of Reason. The Sleep of Reason. And what I like about this one, it's quite gothic. It's set in an asylum. Somebody who's claiming to be the Doctor. Or is it the Doctor? And look at this. Look at that. What a cover, eh? Yes. Horror. Which Doctor Who, that's something to talk about sometime, actually. Doctor Who and horror. Because there are quite a few episodes that have gone into that area of horror. But this is a novel. It's from the brilliant Eighth Doctor, which we need more of the Eighth Doctor, always. That's why it was so good to see him in the Power of the Doctor. Hey, right. Now, here's the second one. This one is called Parallel 59. Oh, brilliant. Brilliant. Oh, yes. Absolutely brilliant. Then, the last of my paperback ones is a very straightforward one. It's the 10th Doctor and Martha. And this one is Made of Steel. Go on, I wonder what that can be about. Oh, it's the Cybermen. Here, you can't beat a bit of Cybermen. Anyhow, that's the paperback ones. Next, we'll go on to, yes, the 9th Doctor in these hardback ones. This one's called Winner Takes All. Aye, it's not the ABBA song. Nope, it's this title. And, well, it's Rose. A. Bayek, the 9th Doctor and Rose. A. Bayek. So there's that one. I've only got one at 9th Doctor. Then we've got The Feast of the Drowned. Ah, yes, another one. Let's see. The 10th Doctor and Rose again. Yeah. Look at that. These covers are great, aren't they? Yep. That one. Then, oh yes, Martha and the 10th Doctor. You know I love Martha. Here, Martha, there she is. Brilliant companion. There she is, you know. And the Zygons, of course, which, when this was written and came out, we hadn't seen the Zygons for, well, a long, long time, going back. In fact, I only appeared once. A Tom Baker story, if you remember. Yeah. So, they appeared then with the 12th Doctor. So it took quite a while before we got the Zygons back, but there they are in this story. Right. And then we've got, oh, now I love this one. Again, it's Martha. Yeah, so I had to get it. There we are. This is the story of Martha. Now, do you remember there was a period when she went round the world talking about the Doctor's adventures, and he was like, I think he was in prison, wasn't he, by the Master, totally removed from everything. And Martha kept his legend alive. And this looks at all adventures as she's going around the world. Great. Fantastic. I'd love to have seen that. Hey, good spin-off series. Yeah. So they could have done the spin-off series of that. That would have been really interesting. Now, the next one I've got is the 10th Doctor with Donna. And this one is called Beautiful Chaos. Now, this one, again, is one, look at that. I just love these covers. Absolutely wonderful. Then we've got the 10th Doctor in a series on his own. And this is Prisoner of the Daleks. Because when Donna left, you remember there was a period in the programme when he was on his own in those specials. But these looked at him again on his own in these novels. So as I say, this is Prisoner of the Daleks, the 10th Doctor. Then we've got Judgment of the Judoon. Yep, the 10th Doctor again with our friends there. I like the Judoon. I mean, they've been so important recently, haven't they? As we know, with 13th Doctor and the Fugitive Doctor. Yes, we saw all that happening. And if you remember, that was with the Judoon episode. So that's really grand. And then next we've got here the Slithering Excursion with the 10th Doctor. Now, I'm going to hold my hands up. I'm not a big fan of Slithering. They kind of were always one of the weak aliens. Don't forget, this was in the very first season of the the 9th Doctor that we were introduced to the Slithering, and they're an RTD creation, so please don't bring them back. Farting aliens, it was a joke that just didn't work in the end. And, you know, people forget that about RTD. I mean, he is a great writer, but he's not totally without weaknesses. And that one was, for me, a big mistake. I mean, I am glad he's back, but, you know, just to say, he's not infallible to bad writing. Yes, bad writing, because to me, you look at it now, and the other stories are absolutely wonderful by the Ninth Doctor. I actually love the Ninth Doctor as well. But just that with the Slithering, I just don't know. I just felt it a bit short on it. But it was just me. I mean, I think other people may well have loved it. But farting aliens just didn't work for me. Hey, Bayek. Right. Now, the next ones that we'll look at are onto, oh yeah, the 11th and the Ponds, Amy and Rory. Yep. Great. And this one is the King's Dragon. The King's Dragon. Yeah. Great. Absolutely wonderful. And then we've got the 11th and Amy again with the Forgotten Army. Yeah, the Forgotten Army, that one. Then we've got, look at this. It's the 12th Doctor. Moved on pretty quick. And it's with, do you remember when he was with these three that were like a team? Do you know, I've forgotten what they were called. They had a certain name. And there was the Sontanan, who was absolutely funny and brilliant. Now, he was funny, much more funny than the others. He was a great creation. He actually, because I'm not as big a fan of the 12th Doctor, I've got to admit, always. But in these earlier series, for me, they helped lift the series when some of the things were not as good for me. So they were really good. They had a comedy sort of investigation kind of thing, and they were good. I did enjoy them, and they added something to the 12th Doctor, definitely. Next one, yeah. Now we've got the Crawling Terror. 12th Doctor and Clara. Now Clara, I always think was perhaps kind of a controversial companion. For some reason, a lot of people who were fans didn't really like her that much. I mean, she's okay. She did her own thing, and she had her own storylines. But I think sometimes, again, when you haven't got strong stories, then, you know, what you can only do what you can with what you've got. But anyhow, this is a novel. I keep referring to these are from the series. These are original novels. And in a novel, you can make things better, you know, get a good story. Anyhow, this is called The Crawling Terror. 12th Doctor with Clara. Then we've got, now, just to mention about the 12th Doctor, I thought the last season of the 12th Doctor was the best for me, because Bill was introduced, and Bill was a great character. She was just, I don't know, she was different in the sense that she's very much a strong character, but who kind of respected the Doctor, but did her own thing. She was very strong in what she did and her beliefs and everything, and it worked really well. Their relationship was absolutely fantastic. So this was a story called The Shining Man with Bill. Yeah. And then, so now, we've got here Bill again. I suppose I couldn't resist another one with Bill. And this one was Diamond Dogs. And with a title like that, my favourite David Bowie album, yes. Yes. There's nothing to do with David Bowie album, but yeah, Diamond Dogs, favourite album of mine. But yeah, this story, 12th Doctor and Bill, called Damn Dogs. And then the very last one is the 13th Doctor. Okay, calm down now. Yes, and Graham, as you can see on the cover. It's called The Good Doctor. Quite a few of you didn't think so, did you? But she's really good. And she's a Yorkshire lass, so leave her alone. Hey, yeah, Jodie Whittaker. Hey, back. Hey, right. Anyhow, this is another good story, original novel. And it's the last one. It's the only one I've got, this one, of the 13th Doctor. And that's it. And you're all thinking, thank heavens for that. Yes. So that was just a quick look at some of my original Doctor Who novels that are not Target. You know, that are not from the original storyline. These are original novels. And they're all right grand, aren't they? Hey, bye. Anyhow, that's it really. So I say, as usual, subscribe so I can tell you about when I put out these videos. And also, if you like it, give it a like, eh? It costs note at all. So that's it really. All I've got to say is, I'll see thee, and I'll see thee again.